Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
Hey guys. Now, I'm super excited about this movie. Captain America, The Winter Soldier. I went to see it opening night. It was about a day ago, Thursday night, Friday morning. That movie was freaking awesome. It was so awesome. Like, it was action packed. I'm here to bring you guys a review. So, Blake the Webhead here. Welcome to another review video. This review video is going to be on none other than Captain America, The Winter Soldier. Now, I'm only going to be touching on a few points. I honestly don't feel it necessary, but I'm going to do it anyway for those of you who are unfamiliar with the Captain America lore / story or Avengers story, anything like that. For those of you who have not seen any of those movies yet, first I want to say this. I highly recommend that you go and see the first Captain America movie and at least the Avengers movie. You don't necessarily have to go see the Thor movie and the Iron Man movies. If you want to familiarize yourself with the characters, you should. But you don't need to. Captain America, the first Avenger, and the Avengers, at the bare minimum, you should go see those. You know, rent it, Redbox, Netflix it. Watch those movies before you go and see this movie if you haven't yet. Because on one of my points, the only downside, first of all, I want to get the bad stuff out of the way. It's not even really bad. The only down point about this movie is the fact that the plot is thick. Like, there's so much story to be told in this movie that you really cannot catch on, and you really can't keep up with it unless you know what's going on from the previous movie. And my fiance is evidence to that. She hasn't seen the first Captain America movie, and she doesn't really remember the Avengers movie. So when she saw this movie, she was entertained, but she didn't know what was going on because she didn't know the story. So that being said, guys, that's the only downside to this movie, is if you haven't seen the movies yet, the other movies, you're gonna kind of be lost. So go see those movies first, like I said before, and then this movie will make total sense to you. Alright, so let me start off by saying the story itself is not too far off at all from the comic book series. It's very well told, very well written. It's just all around. It just grabs you. The movie's story grabs you. It pulls you in from the very beginning. There's action in it from beginning to end. So it's not like, you know, one of those movies where it starts off really boring for like the first hour and then, you know, it starts to pick up. No, it's all the way through. It's very entertaining. The story itself, like I said, it just pulls you in. It makes you want to keep watching. It makes you want to, I don't know, what is it? It's one of those things where it's just like, it just keeps you entertained. Chris Evans did a very wonderful job. Scarlett Johansson did a really, really good job. Samuel L. Jackson, all the actors in the movie did a tremendous job. The way they portrayed their characters and how every single character has a point in this movie where they were completely vulnerable. There was no, I'm strong, I have superpowers, and I'm untouchable throughout the whole movie. No. Captain America, Black Widow, even Samuel Jackson as Nick Fury has their points in the movie where they are completely vulnerable, emotionally, physically, and it brings you to another level and it shows you how that character really grows and develops over time and comes to overcome those issues that they're having, whether it be with a villain or a personal issue or whatever the case may be. But the characters are very well developed. The action. First, I want to say the fight scenes in this movie was spectacular, to say the least. I mean, the choreography was great.
Thanks.
Yeah, you seem pretty helpless without me.
It was great. They had and not only was the hand-to-hand combat fight scene so good, it was the I think what Marvel Studios did was they took what they learned from the Avengers movie and the previous Captain America movie. All their movies that they made, they capitalized on the things that they learned from those movies, and they threw it into this movie and made it like the perfect movie. The villain in this movie is, I want to say, by far in the Marvel universe so far, I want to say that this villain is probably the most kick-ass villain I have ever seen in any of these movies. He trumps the Red Skull. Just told he could kick the Red Skull's ass. You know, Loki's pretty cool in the Avengers. He is. He's got the powers and stuff. He's mystical and all that shit. But, like, the Winter Soldier is just badass in his own level. Like, on his own level, he's just completely badass. Like, he's just as strong and just as fast as Captain America is. He has a fucking metal arm. It's awesome. He is so cool that I thought at one point, I was like, this would be a really cool cosplay if I could pull it off. There is quite a plot twist in this movie. The plot twist will make you shit your pants. I'm not gonna lie to you. When it happened in that movie at that point in time, I was like, oh, are you fucking serious? No! So, you know, there was parts where I was like super excited. You know, when you're watching a movie about something that you really like, and you sit there, it starts to come on, and you have this big dumb smile on your face, like that's this kind of movie. Like, I get that when I watch Spider-Man, because I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. Like, I feel like I'm the biggest. I get that little grin on my face when the movie comes on. And then there's parts of the movie where it's like, oh, I feel like I'm gonna cry a little bit because the stuff that happens, it makes you like real emotional. And it's like, this movie is a roller coaster. It's a cup of awesome sauce that you should be drinking right now. They had everything from dogfights in the air. They had high-speed chases. They had, you know, in vehicles, on foot. They had great choreography for hand-to-hand combat. Like, they had everything in this movie. Everything that you could ask for. They had all kinds. They had vehicles. They had freaking hovercrafts. They had, you know, planes, motorcycles. Like, it was a really, really, really good film. Like, honestly, like I said before, there's no reason for me to be giving a review video, but I just felt like I had to come in here and share how much I like this movie. And I'm eating popcorn because I missed out on popcorn that night when I went to go see it. And I was like, man, I should have bought some popcorn because this movie is fucking awesome. But, guys, if you haven't seen this movie yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. Go see this movie, and when you realize all the stuff that I've been talking about, come back, comment on my video, Let me know what you guys think of the movie yourselves. Give me your opinions and your feedback on what you think was great about the movie, what wasn't that great about the movie. But all in all, guys, the story, I give it a 5. The characters, I give it a 5. And the action, I give it a 5. I would not, kind of the story I would give a 4.5 because of the fact that the only reason why that brings it down is because if you haven't seen the movies that you're going to be lost, but this is my review. I saw the movies. If you haven't seen the movies, tough luck. You better go see them now. But I give this movie a 5 out of 5 because it's fucking spectacular. So go see this movie. It's awesome. It's Captain America. And he's the shit. So until next time, guys, I will see you again. And I got popcorn kernels all in my mouth now. Ugh. I'll see you guys again. Thanks for watching. And like I always say, peace, love, gaming, and big booty bitches. See you guys.